Okay. Hi boys and girls. So we're here for our grammar lesson. It's not hard, but there is quite a bit of information, so you might want to take some notes because I'll be erasing some things on the whiteboard as well. But anyway, so today we're going to learn about adverbs. Now, I know that this word sounds familiar because, first of all, the beginning part, the prefix sounds kind of like adjectives, but the ending obviously sounds like verbs. So really quickly before we continue, I want us to review what verbs are. So verbs are action words, right? Things that tell us what the noun is doing. For example, if I said, she likes to run, well, running would be the verb, right? It's what she does, right? Or if I say she or he is climbing a, I don't know, rock, then the verb would be climbing, right? Because that's what he would be doing. So a verb is something that you can do. Now, an adjective, like we talked about it most recently, is a word that describes the noun. For example, so that describes something. For example, if I say, I really like your purple shoes, well, the noun, the thing I'm describing is your shoes, right? They're purple. I'm not calling you purple, I'm calling your shoes purple. So adjectives describe nouns. Now, adverbs are kind of similar to adjectives in that they describe the verb and tell us more about verbs. So that's why I wrote that. Adverbs tell us more about verbs. They tell us um, when, where, or how something is happening. So if you look at the first example I have here, it says she moved quickly. Well, the verb is moved, right? That's what she's doing. She's moving something. Now, the adverb is quickly because it's telling us how she's moving. She's moving quickly. Now, something I want you to keep in mind is that adverbs, they end in ly quite often. Not all the time, so I don't want you to think that it's all the time, but there's a lot of times where they can end in ly. Another thing is that adverbs don't always come after the verb. They can come before the verb. They can come anywhere really in the sentence, in the beginning of the sentence. So just keep an eye out for that. So quickly, ending in ly. If we look at the next sentence I wrote, I say we easily caught them. So let's say you're playing a tag. The verb would be caught, right? That means to catch something. The adverb is easily. We're saying that it was easy to catch them. So that's one rule that you want to keep in mind. One rule about adverbs is that the adverb might end in ly, but it can also come before or after the verb, right? Just like in this sentence, it came before the verb, but in this one, it came after. So I'm going to show you the screen. You can pause it here for a second because I'm about to erase it. Okay, so another thing about adverbs, and we're going to focus more about the when, where, and how aspect. So there's certain words that are adverbs, not end in ly, like I said, because one of the rules is that they end in ly. So this is one rule, right? But another rule to keep in mind is that there are certain words that mean when, where, and how. For example, adverbs that would mean when, like when something happens, would be like soon, often, usually, and never. So, for example, if I wrote one of these words in a sentence, I could say, we're going to the park soon. So, the verb, what is it that we're doing? We're going, right? So, this would be the verb. And the adverb, which I gave here, is soon. We know that because this is kind of like one of those words that, like, you just have to remember. You have to remember that these are all adverbs. But do you see how it's describing when we're going? We're going soon, right? Where we go to, maybe I could change it to, we go to the park. We go, that's still the verb, to the park. How about this? I could say we usually go to the park at 6. So again, the verb is to go, right? And usually is our adverb. Do you see how this time the adverb came before the verb? So when, these adverbs here describe when something is going to happen, when the verb is going to happen. I'm going to erase this. The next ones would be for where. So some adverbs that describe where are, I can't really see that. Sorry. Adverbs that describe where are up, down, here, there. And a sentence that I could give you with one of these adverbs is, I want to go there. So again, go is our verb, and there is our adverb. Go is the verb that there is describing. So where do you want to go? There. So usually you can think about it like that. Is that like your adverb answers the question that your verb's asking. So where do you want to go? I want to go there. If I say the balloon flew up, where did the balloon fly? It flew up, right? So usually the adverb answers the question of the verb. So that's something to keep in mind. Make sure you can pause the video at any time so that you can copy the list of words so that it will help you do your work better. And as usual on your your grammar worksheet, it gives you the directions all over again. But sometimes I tell you guys that it's better to write it down because you remember. And so the last one is how. So the words, the adverbs that tell us how something happens, those are the ones that end in E and ly. So for example, if I say, she ate slowly, what is she doing? She's eating, that's our verb. How did she eat? Slowly. Ending in ly. If I say he, or how about he eagerly opened his birthday gift. Remember, the adverb is the word that ends in ly. So eagerly would be our adverb, and open would be our verb, right? That's what he's doing. So basically, for your assignment today, make sure you copy this. You can pause now. Sorry, this is a little bit confusing, but this is what you should be copying. This is the example. So basically, for your grammar lesson today, it's going to tell you to identify what the adverb is, and also the verb that it's describing. So like that's what I've been doing for the past few examples, is I've been identifying the adverb and the verb. Okay, so it shouldn't be too difficult. make sure that you do take notes during these videos because they will help you when you're doing the work on your own. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll be available for you guys on Skies and Google Classroom. I will see you all later for a Zoom call. Bye.